Hey, what's the deal, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Honey. What's up, YouTube? It is your girl, Miss Honey, here with another Queen Sugar review. I got to see Queen Sugar, which I enjoyed. It was by far one of my favorite episodes. The whole Ain't Vi situation is bananas. But we're going to talk about it. First things first, new to my channel, I would love to have you as a member of the tribe. Go ahead and hit that subscription button, notification bell right next to it. And if you want, give me a thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? Holla at your girl. Hitting that thumbs up is like saying, hey, Miss Honey. And don't forget to talk about it down below. Let us banter below. Listen, they have not started a episode with Raw in a minute. Okay, you guys know the whole series opened with Raw and Blue. So I kind of had a little bit of a flashback when I see that Raw is in a bedroom, looks like Blue's bedroom, and they're doing a little light spring cleaning, and he sends Blue for some plastic bags and goes to finish cleaning out the closet and notices a big beautiful box at the top of the closet that's wrapped up, and it's wrapped in really festive paper. It's blue, but you know, it's got some little colorful emblems on it. I don't know if those are like party hats or what, but not really sure how Blue was able to overlook a clearly wrapped gift at the top of of his own closet. But okay. So pulls the box down, and it is an envelope taped to the box that says it's from Papa Bordelon to Blue. Y'all know I started the series out, as I have said, with tears. Okay? Because Papa Bordelon dies in the first episode of this series. When Queen Sugar's first episode, Papa Bordelon passes away. And he was, along with Vi and Hollywood, primary caretaker of Blue. It was just a moment for me, but puts the box back in the closet. Blue comes in, he's putting his shoes on. It's Nova. Nova just pulled up. So he's putting his shoes on because he finna run outside and greet Aunt Nova with a big hug. And his daddy said, no, Nova is sick. Your Aunt Nova is sick, and I don't want you to get sick too. So why don't you use some plastic bags and pick up all these things around here, and all your short pants and whatnot, and put them in the bag. And Blue's like, but why I want to go? No, now do what your daddy tell you. And Blue is like, what the heck is going on here? Ain't you supposed to speak? This how he acting, right? Okay. So Ralph Angel goes outside, and what I noticed, I couldn't put my finger on it, but Ralph Angel, Coffee Cerebro's voice is like a low idling motorcycle. You know what I'm saying? If you take one of those big hogs and you idle it down real low, it makes a Ralph Angel voice bubble up out of him like one of them low idling motorcycles. What you doing here, Nova Bordelon? Ooh. And you still mad at me, Ralph Angel? How long you plan on being mad at me? I hope forever. You gonna be mad at me forever? He said, I'm sure gonna try. You know, and she wants to make amends. He goes ahead and runs it down for her. She go to take a breath to say something, and he dropped it in her face. Blue in therapy. Well, yeah, because some kid on the playground told him before we had a chance to tell him. And Darla been clean and sober for 3 years. Now, because of you, she got to start. Dollar had a relapse. Relapse. So go on, get Nova board alone. Go on, get. Don't nobody want you round here. Okay? Now, when he come out the door and she come around that car, he don't even let her get past the headlight. She don't even clear the front of the car good before he ask her why she here. I mean, she don't even come up to the steps. All right? He met her at the front bumper. Okay? She gets in the car and goes on. Later on, he got Doll around there. She tossing the frisbee with Blue. Turns out it's been a month since she relapsed, right? So she comes in and talks about how rejuvenated she feels when she's with Blue. Okay, well, I'm glad to see that we all back where we need to be, you know, because we was tripping last episode, but that's fine. That was a month ago. I'm with you. I got you. I understand. We moving along. Ain't no sense in us dwelling there. Let's move on. Dollar is back. Dollar is happy. Dollar is engaging with Blue. And she's truly back to that Dollar. You guys remember before I had this experience with her in the midst of sadness, I really felt like I kind of experienced the same sadness when she had to tell Ralph Angel about Blue. And I had such empathy for her. And I maintained that empathy all through last season, season before. So we're in season 4. So season 2, season 3, season 4 now. I've maintained it. Come down. Episode 8, 9, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm starting to feel like, oh, Dollar, she's giving me this weakness. Still, I rallied for her. I wanted what was best for her. And last week, when I thought that she was rejecting Blue, I kind of lost it on Dollar. So I needed to see Dollar come full circle. I needed to see her embrace Blue and just give me some glimmer of an upright, head up, chin up, you know, stronger Darla. I needed this. Okay? So we here now. Well, he goes and gets, well, they kind of reminisce a little bit about old times. This feel good. This all feel good. It all feels right back in old time. I was like, okay, this is what we're doing. That's fine. No problem. That's fine. He runs and go gets the box and brings it to her and shows it to her. And she says, did you show Blue? No, I didn't want to upset him. I wasn't sure if the time was right. He already upset with me about Nova. Her voice deepens a little bit. It's a little attitudinal. Nova came by here. What did she say? What happened? You know. He said he wouldn't let Nova see Blue. Okay? Wouldn't let Blue go out to Nova. He's upset with me. And Dollar just says, how long we gonna do this? Now what? And then? And what? What about next time? You just gonna keep shooing her away? That's gonna just upset him more and more and make him ask questions the more. I mean, I'm just, well, so you not, so we not mad at Dollar no more. I mean, we not mad at Nova no more. See, because he called Nova out for the fact that he knew that she had given the information to Charlie. So you out here trying to get in good with everybody, trying to rectify the situation with everybody. You think I'm just gonna be the easy to he calls Dollar on it. You ain't mad no more, so we ain't mad no more. We not mad as a collective anymore. What you trying to tell me? She was like, look, I'm just as pissed and just as disappointed at Nova as you are. She said, but I gotta think about Blue. Okay, one thing I know for sure is Nova loves Blue and he loves her. Okay, and if it's gonna hurt him for them not to have a relationship, then maybe we need to rethink this. Ralph Angel said, I can appreciate where you coming from, but your boy's not there yet. Let me see Charlie. Charlie is preparing the house. She's decorating it with all Harvard deco, baby. The colors. She's got her sweatshirt on. She's throwing an elegant party for the family. Everyone is supposed to be there to celebrate Micah going to Harvard. She's super excited. He's very, very low energy about it, okay? He's not hyped about it. He's not talking about it. He's not interested. Now, remember, last week when we was caught in the rainstorm and we had to sit down for a minute and really focus on what's going on with ourselves and our lives, he came to the realization that he didn't really have a whole lot of ambition about going to Harvard. Maybe I end up being an investment banker. Really? That'll go really nice. Okay, really nice with them Wakanda dreads you got in your head. Okay. So now we see that Micah goes to school. Him and Kiki, they're so cute. They're just so cute. She's a flawless ebony, black diamond, blue pearls. I mean, she's just. She the girl that be on the front of the kitty perm. You know what I'm saying? She is the girl that all the boys see walking down the block in all the Harlem movies. You know, when they see a girl walking in, the fire hydrant going off and they doing double dutch and the girl walk up like Everybody Hates Chris. You know, Chris had a ton of girls like that. They all kind of look like Kiki to me, you know, real natural, thick, you know, ponytail hair. They got a little braid, little texture, cute little shape, just button nose, just beautiful skin, right? They laughing and talking, and he really loves her. She really loves him. They do a beautiful job, these two actors, of giving off love and innocence. It's very pure. They're not groping and handling one another. It's all very tender, and I think for me that makes them both that much more beautiful. You know what I mean? The look of it, the fluidity of it, the gentle touches, the grabbing of the hand, the way he says, "Come here." You know, sit down. Not talking to her hard, not, you know, and she ain't like, "What you want? What you gonna do, Mike?" It's not that. It's all very gentle. It's all very kind. It's just comfortable. It's clear that they really care about one another. And she feels what's going on with him. Now, same time, she feel like, you going your way, I'm going mine. You say you going to Harvard, I'm going over here. He said, no, we're going to still be together. And she was like, yeah, of course we're going to be together. But he feel like she's not quite sure. So he brings her in close. Sit down. Come here. No, come here. Come here. She sit down right next to him. He grabs her up. They nuzzle, they head in heads, you know, nuzzle the nose. I was like, oh, he brings it in on the neck a little bit, you know, getting in this neck area. Y'all know that right there is how you get everything going. If how he lay up in here, how his nose and frontal face lay in this area, and he give you a little You don't get that on a hookup. No. That doesn't happen on a hookup, my friend. No. Okay, so, you know, he shows her some paintings while they're there. They're like in this art gallery, and the paintings had a beautiful story behind them. You know, basically they were birthed out of tragedy. During Hurricane Katrina, they found a lot of film and cameras and phones and stuff, I guess, I don't know, that had been destroyed, and they were going to throw it away, but instead they dried out and they developed them. And it's really like this haunting scene where an individual is standing in a doorway, and he almost looks like it was you know, just a regular picture, but the silhouette of that individual is almost burned out, but it isn't a burn like black soot. It's almost like that sort of kaleidoscope web of rainbowing or feathering that you get when you light something plastic on fire. Or if you, I'm born in 1970, so when you pull out a picture from 1970, they it's Polaroid, so you can kind of see where it's warped, but also it's got that same sort of singed edge or section of the photo. You might just have a photo of a person, but the background of the photo, or just a small corner, the table that they were sitting at, is kind of singed out a little bit. But it's like I said, it's like a metallic, kaleidoscopy, rainbowy type burn. It's not like fire per se, but it's the perception of it having been consumed out of there that makes it so hauntingly beautiful, right? It's a really amazing piece, and I would love to see that collection of photos. But anyway, I digress. So it's a moment for he and Kiki, and he starts to really talk about how he wants to do something important with his photography. He's never going to give it up. She's going to school full time. Yeah, he may go to Harvard, but he is going to really, really focus on his craft, photography. So let's talk about, we're going to come back to Charley. Let's go ahead and talk about Nova and Aunt Vi. Nova is back at home from having visited Ralph Angel, and she is working on her research for Old World Energy. She's calling in favors. She's calling some investigative reporter friends, having them look up things, use their resources to look up things regarding Old World Energy. She finds names and information, and she wants them to go run that, right? And she starts with this Frank, the consultant guy that was in Jacob's office when Charley walked in to tell him off, about Old World Energy, right? So run that. He's a bit of a ghost. Lady runs it. We gonna talk about that later. She gets a knock at the door. Rat dot 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 dot. It's Aunt Vi, and she got one of them old short purses. She got it right up underneath her arm. You know what I'm saying? The handle is short, so she got the pocketbook part of the purse is right up under her arm. And Nova bought alone. You know, it's Aunt Vi, and she's stunned. Can I come in? It's like the Queen of England coming, because Aunt Vi has withheld love and affection and kindness and hospitality and pie and cordiality, if that is a word. She has withheld it all, and Nova has been a starving something. Oh, she's gotten Charlie's love. Oh, yes, she's gotten Calvin's love. She got a form of love, kind of, sort of, from Dr. Octopussy. And Chantal tried to sprinkle a little bit of comfort on her too, but ain't nothing like Aunt Vi's love. It's the closest thing she has to a mother's love. Are you there? Okay. So she discombobulated. I don't, you would think Beyonce was at the door. Okay, and she sits down in her own home, and Aunt Vi standing there. She know her legs about to go out from underneath her. She don't know whether she about to get daggered, she about to get slapped verbally. She don't know, and she has to sit down and collect herself. And Aunt Vi say, "I need Jimmy Dale's number." You're here. You're talking to me. You're present. I need Jimmy Dale's number now. I don't know. I mean, you haven't talked to me, and I did you wrong, but I'm not sure if I should do this. You have unleashed. You hear what I tell you? She didn't say release. You hear what I tell you? She said, you have unleashed this demon on me. The least you could do is give me what I asked for. Nova sits down. She takes a breath. You're right. I did. I accept it. I accept that. You're right. That's all you had to say. That's all you had to say. Finally, you stop explaining why. Finally, there's no but. She stands up. She says, I will give you the address on one condition. You have to let me drive. Okay. And you have to talk to me. She said, I'll let you drive. Val said, I'll let you drive. But you don't dictate when I get over it. When I decide to talk to you. That's my choice. Okay. All right. So they done hopped in the car. They on their way. And boy, I think that thing started bubbling up out of Vi's spirit. She's nervous. She's clearly nervous. She's I think in this scene we can see that she has her box. And she's holding it in this sort of, clutch. Like, this is my box. It's my pain. This is, you don't know what's in this alabaster box. Ooh, 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 ooh. Now, it ain't alabaster, but you get what I'm saying, right? She's treating it like her precious. And she just starts to talk to Nova. She started talking to him. She said, you told the wrong story. And you told a story about me being weak. Now, I've told you a story about you winning and overcoming and coming through it. She said, you know what? Everybody knows. You know words, Nova Bordelon. But do you know how to listen? You know how to shut up and listen? Ooh, 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 ooh. Nova, that was your edges, girl. You best to be quiet. They hard to come by, And she, yeah, she just stung you. She stung you hard. It didn't have no 4-letter words. But baby, when I tell you it was cutting her deep, it cut her deep. She might as well have grabbed her tongue. Ooh, yeah. Shush. Listen, you might learn something. You told the wrong story. I'm not weak. I have my own home. I have my own business. I allowed a love to come back in my life despite the horrible things I had gone through. I'm triumphant. And Noah's like, and I think she took that breath and sat back and had this realization. Yeah, I'm about talking to you. She kind of talking to Jimmy Dale, and she talking to herself. She's probably already had this conversation with herself. She talking to you, Nova, and she talking to Jimmy Dale. Sure enough, they pull up to this house. I was like, what is this? What is this? The yard overgrown. The bushes overgrown. They got pine straw, look like laid all over, a moss or something laid all over the bushes. They look like ghosts, yard ghosts. The steps all rickety-crickety, all kinds of ways, unkept. Looked like he put new steps in wood and never painted them, never sanded or sealed them. And now they all rotten and buckling. House got old flimsy screen door on the front of it. I think the door was green. It's a raggedy piece of property. Looked like a rental. Okay? Ain't nothing wrong with rentals. I'm just saying. It looked like an old rental. So she walks up the stairs, goes up the stairs, knocks on the door, wanker, 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 wanker. Because she hitting the screen door, wanker, 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 wanker. She hit it again, wanker, 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 wanker. Okay? All right? He could open the door. I knowed you'd be back. She said, he come outside the door and stand in front of her, and she stepped back a little bit. She got her box. She said, this yours now. He opens it up, pulls out that hospital armband. What am I supposed to do with this? Am I supposed to feel something? And she said, that is yours to carry now, Jimmy Dale. That is the pain that you caused me, and I'm holding you accountable. He said, accountable? Yeah, I'm holding you accountable. Now, all this time, she done knocked on the door, Nova done got out the car and rounded the car. Now she on the passenger side and at the top of the walkway. At the lower end of the walkway near the street. She ease on up. Aunt Vi say something else. Now she at the foot of the steps. Aunt Vi get to the part about pain and I'm holding you accountable. And Nova done climbed the step. You the one who got big success. You got the house. You got the business. But here you are running back to me. Just like you always do. Come running back to me. Nova grabs her hand and says, Aunt Vi, let's go. He has nothing to offer you. He has nothing to give you. Okay? And Aunt Vi turns and walks with Nova down the steps. They get to the foot of the steps and Jimmy Dale steps to the end, the top of the steps, and takes that box and slams it down. What shame! Aunt Vi turns. Okay, and she looks at it. Now, when she got out that car and walked up to that house, I said to myself, don't no love live here. This house is raggedy. Ain't nobody tending to nothing. Ain't nobody fixing nothing. It's a shambles. It's ramshackle like Jimmy Dale. And when he come to the door, he got old nasty shirt on. He looked like he been sitting in front of a box fan. He looked like he been sitting in front of a box fan, fanning flies. Okay, he's hot and sweaty and greasy and skanky. He don't look like the same Jimmy Dale that he did when he was easing his way on down the highway to terrorize Aunt Vi and Hollywood's happiness. Say, look at your house. This your house? Now, through this whole scene, I couldn't understand why Vi had a different tone, a different way of speaking to Sam Landry. She was very clear, very concise. She was professional, very professional, you know. Here, she's replaced all of her thes with duh and this. Okay, now he came to the door talking like that. You such a big shot. But now that Vi is it comes to her. It's almost like when that box hit the ground, that thing that she was trying to once again swallow back down popped up out of her throat. He told her before she got off the steps, "Don't look, yeah, go on, you better listen. You know you ain't got no sense." In this moment, we can see Vi has clarity. Okay, Vi has clarity. She has taken that pain and that energy, and she, when I tell you, she balled it up like Mortal Kombat and finish him. She say, "Nice house, Jimmy." She say, "You the one that had to come to clean up, to come see me, 'cause you know you ain't nothing. Never been nothing. This your life? Huh? This your life? Your prime over." You thought you still pull it, sir, but it don't come. You pulling it, but it don't come. What? Huh? You say what? Oh, okay. All right, let's move forward. All you got is nasty words. She then steps 2 steps up. She at the foot of the steps now. All you got is nasty words. Baby, that was like saying dum, 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 dum. She takes 2 steps up. 3rd step, she stops. She laughs. She said, "I got a business. I got the respect. I got money. I got the house." Why you living shackled? in a shot, and she took the last 3 steps up the top, and she stand right in front of him and looked at him. And when she got to that top step and stood up and told him love, she gave a little bounce. She said, love. How you like them apples? I got love. And you got nothing. You just an old, worn down dog. She said, you ain't shit. Never have been. She took a deep breath, turned, and went down them steps, baby. And when I tell you she bounced each one of them steps out, when she went up them steps, she looked like she was struggling to climb them. She was still in a place of fear. But when she went down that stairs, she bounced, baby, because she was light as air. She wasn't no more heaviness holding her, baby. She boom-cha, 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 boom-cha. She get down to the foot of them stairs. And she told Noah, she said, come on, baby, let's go. They walking off. A girl walk up. She got a bag of groceries in her hand, and she ain't nothing but a scared little rabbit. She see Jimmy Dale standing out on the porch, and forget who Nova is and Vi is. She want to make sure he know that it was a ways to the store, and then they was really busy, and they was out of something, and please don't be mad. And Aunt Vi steps between her and Jimmy Dale. Now, he's still at the top of the steps at the house, okay? Vi down at the end of the walkway with Nova, okay? Nova at the car, she walk over to the girl. She's probably about 5 or 6 steps in front of the car. She's standing there, and she got the bag, and she got a bruise on her forehead. She got a bandage on her forehead. Her forehead and face is all bruised up, big giant red clots, hematomas all over her face, and black eye. And she said, he do this to you? Huh? Why? Because the soup too hot? The milk too cold? Huh? Because wind blew through? Or ain't no air? Do the same thing to me. You ain't got to live like this. You ain't got to do this. Jimmy Dale say, Layla, get in his house. Vibe, throw that hand up. Ain't nobody talking to you. These grown folks talking, which means it ain't got nothing to do with you. In other words, unless I shake your chain, don't bark, sir. Do not bark. And get in his house, Layla. Okay? And she go to walk, jump and walk. And Vi stood in front of her and said, you don't have to live like this. You don't have to go back in there. I've been through what you've been through. I survived it. I'm thriving. You don't have to do it. But I don't have nowhere to go. You know what I'm saying? It reminded me of how he died. On top of me. I don't have nowhere to go. I know a place. I'll take you right now. If you just make the steps. Okay? If you just make the steps. And in this moment, I think to myself, some people are going to feel like this is contrived, like this is rushed, like this is forced. But listen, just like this, God will send you an angel. He'll send somebody to rescue you. He will send somebody to drive, to carry you. If you ain't got no way, he will send you, a ram in the bush. Instead, choose to be happy. Instead, choose to be free. Choose your life. She take that bag and throw that bag down. Boy, I tell you, he come down them steps. Nova turned that phone on. Bloop. She tell him. She said, look, you come another step. Come another further. You come another further. He videoing him. You want to go and lie and schmooze to the police? I'm going to show him this video of how you act. You want everybody to see that? You want that? You better stay behind. Vi, run around, get in the car with the girl. And you better. Nova still got that phone. And then she walk over to them bag of groceries and kick them. Go on to get in the car. He picked the groceries up. Later. I said, look at you barking after a car. Just like old worn out dog. Oh, it's a moment, but Vi ain't done. Vi take Layla around here to the Louisiana battered women's shelter. And she let her know it's a safe, secure place. They're going to help you get back on your feet, help you find a job, help you get into a safe space. Like all of this, they're going to help you do. Okay? One of the counselors take Layla on in, and Layla go in swinging her arms because she like, you know what, tonight Tonight I'm gonna sleep good. Tonight I'm not gonna worry about nobody standing over me. Huh? Waking me up with fists. Okay? She bounced right on in that door. Sure did. And Vi tell the lady there, she said if she try to leave, you let me know and call me. And she tell the girl, Layla, anytime you need something, anything at all, give me a call. Now let me tell you something. When she told Layla she know a place, she said, but what if he come after me? She said, no, she said, what if he find me? Aunt Vi said he gonna find me too. Okay, so she's seeing this thing through. And she said, when you get done with this program and you get yourself straight in here, you got a job at Vi's. Prize Pies. And Donna, okay? So her and Nova go on and do a couple of more things. Later on, we see Vi at her cafe. And in walks Darla. Darla look good. Vi look good. And Vi and Darla's energy is just different. They have a commonality. They have a very similar story when it comes to being violated and brutalized. And she's there to say thank you. And Vi say, you don't have to say thank you. She said, yeah, you found me at my lowest point and you helped me. She said, you're not responsible for that which you could not control. What happened to you, you're not responsible for that. You don't have to feel no guilt over that. Now she's talking about the assault that she went through. Okay, and Darla has her 1 month sober pen. They give you one a month, and she said, I used to have a whole stack of them, but I'm starting fresh now. And she says, now this one means more to me than all the others. It is one of the most valuable possessions, my most valuable possession outside of blue, and I want you to have it. And at first I wasn't sure. What Vi said, and I rewound it. I thought she was saying, oh, like I got it, and because I wasn't looking at it, I was listening and writing, and then I rewound it to see what it was. Something just told me to go back and look, and I saw where she grabbed Darla's hand, and she was saying, no, this yours. This your victory. This your win. I believe this is what she's saying, because Vi on a whole nother energy right now. Vi's on a whole nother energy. No, you. This for you, right? Okay. So, no. I mean, then we see where Vi at home and she bringing Nova some tea. And Nova said, thank you. And Vi said, no, thank you. And Nova says, she told us, she said, it's the first time in a long time I hadn't thought about that box. Okay, every day I thought about that box and that pain. But it ain't about looking behind you. That's not it. It's about looking forward, looking ahead. It's about moving forward into the future. Nova once again listens. She hears Vi out. And for me, that is the real mending of Vi and Nova's relationship. Nova went to help her. Nova got to see her. She told her, she said, Vi, you did so good. I'm proud of you. Okay? It wasn't about that. It's not about that. What it's about is Vi leveled up in her understanding and her healing, and Nova was silent. She held this place of quiet understanding, of not inserting, not involving. She has decided that she is going to listen. She is going to stop and listen. And we see that with her and Charley later on at Micah's graduation party. Charley has met with some of the people at the campaign, townspeople. Now, earlier, when she was at her campaign office, Francis walked in. And Prosper was standing there with her while Francis walked in. And Francis, she said, well, Francis, hello. And she said, I won't be here long. Prosper, privacy, please. He looked at her like, girl, I don't work for you. Charley said, it's okay, Prosper. He goes on. Now, he don't go far. He just go a few feet away. And Francis want to know, what did you do to my son? This hold he has over you, what is it? I'll never understand it. What did you tell him? She said, Charley said, look, I'm responsible for shaking the family tree, not for what falls out of it. Francis act like it's preposterous. It is ridiculous to think that any of this would be true. Charley say, why, Cousin Francis, whatever do you mean? See, this episode is called Here. And I don't know if that speaks to being present. But what I noticed in all of the scenes, and we're going to see it in the end scene with Ralph, Angel, and Blue, where no matter who the characters are, who we know the characters to be, every confrontation that they have in this episode, they best the nemesis in the scene by meeting them where they are. Okay? This is what Vi does with Jimmy Dale when she is this your house, cause this who he is. He this and they, and look at you. You ain't nothing. You ain't got no sense. Oh, she met him right there when she told him about the house. And the fact that he was an old worn out dog. Charley does the same thing with Francis. She said, Francis, well, Cousin Francis, whatever do you mean? And Francis is disarmed. She don't understand. Why would you do something like this? Prosper, at the same time, 2 officers come in the door. Prosper brings them up and says, these gentlemen here to discuss the fire. Francis turns and says, I'll leave now. Looks like you're busy. Like, in other words, you need to be tending to this and not worried about what I got going on with Jacob. What we doing over here with Jacob. She sashays her Lily, what they used to call it, what's the name of the flower? Y'all put it down below if you know the name of the flower company. It might just be in the South. Is it Lily something? Anyway, they make flour and cornmeal. Southern Lily something. Anyway, y'all put it down below if you know it. She sashays on out there like a dust of talcum powder. Okay. So the police officers question Charley, and it's clear that the questions are probing and leading and trying to implicate her. Now, I don't know why they send these 2 dodo birds, and all they got is a doggone pen and a piece of paper. They don't even have no tape recorder to record it all. They go and talk about how Micah was involved in an arson last summer, and how they found a acetylene torch like the kind you use in sugarcane fields. And don't your brother own a sugarcane field? Sugarcane farm? Charley was like, now you know he do. Charley said, I tell you what, gather your things and be out. And the next time you talk to me, it'll be down in my lawyer's office. I said, good day. And she sent them packing. Okay, now before Francis walked in, Prosper had told her that he went to register and he was not able to register because they told him he was not a member of the county. Okay, he ain't on the registration. He don't live in the territory. Okay, you've lived in this parish all your life, Prosper. We see where she gathered everybody. Now, because Prosper done went down to the farming cooperative and found out a whole bunch of them down there couldn't register. Now, we learn that in the Hispanic community, the only poll they got, they moved it way clean out of town, 10 miles away, making it hard for them to get there. They doing voter suppression. Okay. Essentially, this is like stealing votes, right? Essentially. Okay. You can't vote. You can't throw your hat in the ring. You can't vote against or for nobody else. Okay, this is what it's all about. Make it as hard and as difficult as you can. Charley just don't know. I mean, Having tenacity and wherewithal is one thing, but how do I fight this? How can we fight this? And Prosper stands up once again, and he's done it now some 3 or 4 times during this season. And he said we're gonna do what we always did. We're gonna get a phone tree. We're gonna call each other. We're gonna double check. We're gonna set up driving schedules. Okay, but we don't give up. We're not going quietly into that sweet, sweet night. Oh no, we're here to fight. We're here to fight. And we're going to fight till we can't fight no more. It kind of rallies Charley. Later on, we see where everybody's at the house. And we've got a beautiful, beautiful party set up. Nova and Charley in the kitchen, and Nova shows her in her phone the information she found out through her investigation. She finds out that Old World Energy don't have an office here. She finds out Frank, the consultant, is not showing as being connected to Old World Energy. Like he not employed by them. Well, who is he employed by? I don't know. Old World Energy is just a reception in a building. She said, I tried to dig a little deeper, but it's protected by a trust. All I could come up with is Parker Campbell. Okay, Parker Campbell. I'm like, where have I heard Parker Campbell before? So, what does this mean? If they're able to hide themselves in plain sight like this and keep you from digging any further, and there's no information out there, they're completely cloaked. What are they capable of? I think we mentioned this 2 episodes, Charley, that you need to tread lightly and move a little bit more stealthy. Nova said, listen, we don't worry about this now. It's all about Micah. We're going to celebrate. We're going to have a good time. And Charley hugs her. She's glad that she's there. But she look at that phone with them names and that information. I got to get to the bottom of this. This going to be big. She looked worried, right? Meanwhile, Ralph Angel and Blue coming into the living room, and he tell Blue to sit right here. Nova sitting on the other sofa, and he said, I already picked my seat. He go sit in between Prosper and Nova, and Nova says, I think you should. Maybe you should go sit by your father. And Blue want to know why. I don't understand. You don't want me to sit by Auntie Nova? And at this time, Charley comes in the room, so Ralph Angel tells Blue, come on, let's go wash your hands. So he goes into the bathroom to wash your hands, and Ralph Angel follows him, sits down on the closed toilet seat and tells him, he said, listen, Blue say, why you mad at Auntie Nova? How you know I'm mad? I heard you yelling this morning. I heard you raise your voice this morning. Okay, and he said, well, she did something. I don't know if I want to forgive her. I don't know if I ever forgive her for it. She did something really, really bad. And he was like, oh, it's kind of like me and Oliver. I don't know the boy's name. It's kind of like me and Oliver. He thought it was his turn on the PlayStation, but it was really my turn on the PlayStation. And I was really upset about it. I was mad about it. And we had a big fight about it. But we agreed to just both take 2 turns each to make it even. And it's like his mom said, it's not worth losing our friendship over. And we have more in common than we have different. Well, now here we see Blue is taking a much more mature stand. You know, we talked about Blue being kind of babyish, right? But here it's almost like what they say, out of the mouths of babes. Okay, out of Blue comes a bit of wisdom that Ralph Angel wasn't prepared for. So he tells Blue, oh, so you're growing up on me now. He was like, yeah. He said, I love you. I love you more. I love you more. No, I love you more. He said, now you can go in there and sit wherever you want to. He said, I know. I know where I'm going to sit. He goes right on in there and sits next to Nova. Well, Charley come in, and she's got the tinkling glass, ding, 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 and she wants to celebrate Micah, and he's going off to a prestigious school, and this is a big moment, and I'm so proud of you, and go out there and take on the world. And she gives him a bag, and in that bag is a beautiful Rolex. Why? Why? So he can get robbed for it. Why? So he can get accused of stealing it. So he can get accused of stealing his own watch. Like, why would you give him a Rolex? What, you keeping it at the house? You putting it in a safe somewhere? Like, beautiful gift. Beautiful card, beautiful sentiment. Go out in the world and take charge and woo-da-woo-da-woo. Lift the glass again. She's pontificating. Oh, she's the speech he should be giving and his father should be giving. She has taken it on. She wants everyone to know about this accomplishment. And he says, with the election coming up, I didn't want to say anything, but Mom, I'm not going to Harvard. I don't want to go to Harvard. I want to go to Xavier University, okay, here in NOLA. And I want to take up art, political science, and photography. Okay, you know, political science, what people take when they want to be in law school. They really should take English, but okay. And he says, this is what I want to do. And she was like, are you, what? I mean, I just know, I mean, this is how you do it. You go to school. You make some of yourself. Then you come back and start a business. Now, Nova kind of tries to chime in a little bit. But she looking over like, all right, you ain't been out. You ain't been back in a month and a half good. You ain't been back in a month and a half good. Now, you need to pump your brakes. Okay? Ain't Val chime in. Well, just hear the boy out. And she look at him, Ain't Val too. Okay? He said, well, Mom, I look at Ralph Angel and Prosper and Hollywood and Mr. Romero. And I want to be like them. I want to work. I want to live. I want to study. I want to grow in my community. You don't have to be in this community to make something of yourself. I was like, oh, season 1, Charlie. Okay. This is the one scene where we don't really see two characters who are diametrically opposed. We don't see Charlie meet Micah where he is. We don't get to see that. She is now usurping her own will, her own hopes and dreams onto him. As much as I've gone through and now you pull this, how dare you? How dare you? It's already done, Mama. It's already done. I rescinded my acceptance letter to Harvard this morning. I mean, and Kiki is sitting there, and Kiki is like, yes. She look at Nova. Nova was like, I didn't have anything to do. It's my first time. She look at Kiki, and Kiki is like, I'm just not hearing it. Now she knew he felt it. She didn't know he was gonna have the guts to say it. Nova think it's a great school. And Vi said, well, I'm glad to have you here. I'm glad to have you closer. Baby, that's when Charlie unleashed it. How dare you? And she storms off. And that's how the episode ends. After we've gone through and made amends, we still have to have this contention. And for this episode, it turned out not to be Vi and Jimmy Dale, because Vi took control over that situation really, really quick. And she turned things around in her favor. But here we see where Charlie is at this impasse where she wanted just something to go right. She wanted something to go as planned. But here is another plan, a beautiful, beautiful plan that she had put together that has been set on fire. She storms out. And that's Queen Sugar, you guys. Oh my gosh. So, you guys let me know. Tell me what you think. Is it White Lily? Is it white lily flour? It's white lily, right? White lily flour and white lily cornmeal. Yeah. Francis is white lily. Mm-hmm. The whitest of lilies. Okay, you guys, tell me what you think about this episode. What do y'all think about Vi? Going in there, baby, and laying waste. She went in so meek and mild, baby. When he slammed that box, that thing sat up in her spirit, and she say, "This your house? This raggedy piece of tinder." That's how she looked. I'm so proud of that. I'm so proud of that, and I'm so proud that it showed her and Nova together as two women supporting each other. I'm glad about that. I'm glad that we see Nova really show some sincere remorse, sincere learning, and coming to grips with the fact that all sense ain't in her head, that she ain't the smartest and the baddest, that she wounds and cuts, and that she has to be held accountable for such. Beautiful moment. Beautiful, beautiful moment. You guys tell me what you think about this episode, and we'll talk about it down below. Until next time, honey bees. Mwah, mwah, mwah.